You know, these days, technology transcends virtually across every industry, especially in dental. And it's crucial more than ever that offices truly embrace the ever-changing landscape of digital dentistry. And that's exactly what Dr. Josh Fowler and his team continue to do at Benchmark Dental. On this episode, we find ourselves in the Mile High City, Denver, Colorado. I'm Jeff Kraft, and InTRUview starts right now. Josh, it's so great to meet you. You know, it really is nice to be in here in Denver. I love Denver, by the way. How long have you been here?
14 years.
You grew up in Wyoming.
I grew up there, yeah.
So what brought you here? I'm just basically coming south a little bit.
Wanted to get out of Wyoming.
So your whole family's still there?
No, my family's all scattered.
Okay.
We're big family. My dad was a dentist and practiced there for a long time. I never considered dentistry until I was in my mid-20s. So I had done a lot of other stuff. I was a realtor for a while. I owned some small businesses in the cell phone and satellite dish boom of the 90s. Been a gadget kid my whole life, so I liked getting into that side of things. And not long after my wife and I got married, he called me one day and said, "Did you ever think about being a dentist?" And I went, "No." And he said, you know, as a private practice dentist, life is very different than the public health dentistry that I saw him live as a child. And so we started talking about it and found that I liked working with my hands, and I liked the problem solving aspect, and I liked, you know, the interaction with people, and you know, dentistry was just kind of a natural step for me.
Oh, it was natural. No, I know with you, technology is really a driving force. You embrace it, and that is something that is so important in this landscape in dentistry. When I say technology in the digital dentistry, what's the first thing you think of that most excites you?
Man, there's just so much. I mean, I guess the big thing for me is 3D printing. That's the thing that we constantly are pushing. What is the next thing we can print? What is the next thing we can make? What is the next thing we can do to give better access to our patients, or better comfort, or shorter visits, or less visits, or whatever. And the 3D printing space is just changing so rapidly. Almost everything anymore we can 3D print. There are extremely few things that we send off to a lab for, you know. If we have to have metal made, like that's about the only thing that we're even.
Yeah. So I mean, every dentist out there has their own idea. Some of them get excited about, this is a new product, I'm going to buy it. I don't care how much it is. I'll learn how to use it when it gets here. You know, how do you decide what technology you're going to place in your offices?
I had just moved down from Wyoming. I was really looking for how to differentiate my office from all of the other offices. You know, I was in this small town. There were 4 dentists. Competition didn't exist. This area is a very different story. So I was immediately, you know, I'd done business long enough. I'd been in other kind of businesses. I was immediately looking for how to differentiate myself. So I wanted to get into dental implants, placing and restoring, and being a little bit closer to being a one-stop shop for patients that, you know, were looking for dental implant treatment. As I did that, I wanted greater control over the restorations. So I started looking towards how can I restore dental implants in my office. I learned somewhat about CAD CAM and in-office milling, and I started hunting for what can I use to restore these implants in my office. And there was really only one choice at that time that could even create an in-office restoration, and that was CEREC. So that was kind of the big decision maker right there. It was, man, they have gotten better and better and better, and now there's lots of choices for people to, you know, digital impressions. We've got scanners coming out our ears, 3D printers. We've got a lot of good choices for in-office 3D printing.
So I know, you know, being a part of a community, a forum in general, that support system is important. You're a part of a dental tech community that really has brought you into the industry, and it's helped you stay here. You need help from other people that are possibly being burnt out, or they figure out how to overcome that. Yeah. Talk to me about that community.
I hate to plug it, but one of the last redeeming qualities for Facebook is some of the really, really excellent technology groups that exist there. There are others that are outside of Facebook, you know, CEREC doctors, or it's called CDocs now, the TruSuite forums. A lot of those places and people overlap, and the community of dentists that are in the digital world have so much combined passion and knowledge. That community has really been, I couldn't even put a value on it. And actually, the craziest part about it is that it's mostly free. And you get these dentists that have these wealths of knowledge and have been doing CAD CAM dentistry or digital dentistry for far longer than I have, that are just so willing to share and so willing to help troubleshoot. It's kind of fun. I'm getting to take part of that a little bit on the mentor side now, because I've been doing it long enough that I can see, and you can go, I've been there. I know what your problem is. Here's the thing that you're running into. And so that community, that, you know, whatever amount of support you can get, boy, you take it, because every dentist starts out with analog impressions, and we take impressions every day. We have to have molds of people's teeth, and this is how people start out: rubber impression, mouthful of goop, and that's the old school way, and that's still the way that a lot of people do it. And I ask people all the time, you're not using the same phone you used in 1983. Why would you still use the same impression material? We have a better way. So the technology that's really changed my office the most has been digital impressions and same-day restorations, and that has totally revolutionized our practice. I definitely would recommend for new dentists, dental students, to incorporate whatever technology they can into their office, and I think the easy way to do that is with digital impressions.
Hi, my name is Kim Henson, and I am the lead dental assistant here at Benchmark Dental. Working with him, I always tell him, like, he is the calm in the office. I know that I can go to Dr. Fowler if I ever have any issue, and that he'll be able to come in and help me. So yes, he's amazing, and he knows his stuff. So definitely enjoy working with him.